Hi, I'm going to answer some questions about the book called Inlands. Uh, the arrangement of the book is nonlinear, and it happened so that as I started writing it, it just became that way. And after finishing it, I realized I didn't write it in a special order. I realized that there is no story exactly. Well, there is a story, but it's not very driven in the book. So I thought that it needed something else to create some kind of tension or something to move forward. And that's one of the ideas why it's nonlinear. And for me, it has three parts, the book, and for me, it was very clear which text belongs to which part. And actually, I cut the texts out and arranged them manually on the floor, and that's how the book was created. So I think I could do it in another way, in another order, and the book would be quite the same anyway. Lonely or alone? Well, I don't want to say anything about with the book. It's not like some kind of speech or um, something like that. For me, it's a story about this girl, and actually, some questions I'd rather not answer because I think that you, as a reader, should be able to understand yourself how you want to understand it. It doesn't matter to me how you want to understand what she is going through in this place in the inlands. But yes, she is quite lonely and alone, I would say, at least. But she has some kind of, well, she is around with people, but at the same time, she's not there all the time. About the surroundings in inlands, when I started writing the book, it became clear to me that it took place in this scenery where I have lived in in a, well, not exactly this place. This is fiction, of course, but it takes place in a place quite similar to the inlands, at least. And for me, the surroundings and the nature has been really important. And I always thought that it's so much about the surroundings, the nature, and everything, and it's reflecting so much else in the story. But actually, when I read it as an audiobook, that was the first time I read the whole book in one go. Then I realized it's not so much nature as I thought that it was, but so it could have been more if I would have read it through, uh, maybe some more times. But now I've done reading it through. I've been reading it so many times. But yeah, for me, the nature is really important, and I think especially because, well, the nature, as so many other persons in the book. She is there, but she's at the same time not there. I think the nature is quite like that with as many as the characters, like for example, at her work in this grocery store. Yes, the book has become a film. It has been released in Göteborg's Film Festival, Gothenburg Film Festival, uh, just some weeks ago. I was there. It was spectacular, of course, because this is my debut novel, and I didn't expect anything like this when I wrote the book. They have changed some things. For example, she's older in the film, but she doesn't have a name in the film as well, which makes me really happy. I've not been working so much with them when they were doing this. I read the manuscript and had some thoughts about it, and that was it. And now I've seen it twice, and I love it. And especially, I think the music is amazing. And well, it's really hard to describe. It was not something I expected. Hmm, the movie will premiere in the cinema in the fall in Sweden, and I hope Finland, where I live. Uh, and later it will show in SVT, Swedish public service as well. Yes, that was some of the questions you have asked me. This is the book, Inland. I can also show you the beautiful Finnish cover. It's called Sisama in Finnish, and the original cover looks like this, Inlandet in Swedish.